Alright, hi again guys. This is the second time I'm going to do this video, but yeah, let's see how it goes. It should be fine this time. Yesterday at Eurogamer, I came home, I was really tired, and my stutter was like proper crazy. But yeah, this is how I speak to Vito when I don't feel tired, but when I'm tired and I'm a bit, how would I say it, excited and stuff, I stutter. Let's start off. So, Xbox One versus the PS4 controller. So yeah, I went to your gamer yesterday and I played both of them. So I have hands-on experience with both of them. I will be doing like a whole entire review about graphics and hardware and stuff like that in a later video. But today we're gonna be focusing on just the controllers. And by the way, guys, it's even harder when you have to hold the iPhone 5 camera by itself on your left hand. It really hurts after a while, but I guess that's how it is really. But yeah, so let's start off with the Xbox One. So the Xbox One has been greatly. Wait, before I get into it, actually, the Xbox 360 controller right now is heralded the best controller for most things. It's heralded for the best controller for FPSs. It's even heralded for the best controller for the PS4. So there wasn't much to improve on, and I think all gamers could agree with this that we didn't want to see a big change in the Xbox 360 because it's near, sorry, to the Xbox controller because it's near to perfection really, but they have done small incremental increases to the Xbox One controller. Now it feels really beautiful. So the first thing I noticed about it was the feel. The feel of both controllers, shall I say, both the PS4 and the Xbox controller now feels like a piece of luxury. It feels beautiful. Specifically for the Xbox One controller, there is the whole controller is like textured now, so it has this kind of grip. So if you guys have bought the Scuff controller grip, that's what it's kind of like. But it's all included with the controller now, so it's all there. It's beautiful and you got a really nice grip to it. So before I went to the Eurogame Expo, I knew about the Rumble trigger controllers. Sorry, the Rumble triggers. The Rumble triggers. I'm still getting used to saying that because it sounds so weird. The Rumble triggers, like yeah. So I knew about it, and then the first game we played at Eurogamer Expo was Forza 5. In the line we were discussing about the Rumble triggers and stuff, but you know, it's my first time playing Xbox One. I was so excited I forgot all about it. So while playing Forza 5, like I was about 20 seconds into the race, I just felt this amazing feeling in my left finger, in my index fingers there, in both hands, and it felt like heaven. I really can't explain how good it feels. It's fresh, it's intuitive, and it's there, it's seamless. That's what it should be. That's what new features should be like. Sorry, that's what new features should be like. It shouldn't be something you have to learn completely, and that's what the Rumble triggers do. You don't have to do anything to start them up. They're just there, and it fits into all the games. Um, the next thing I noticed was the triggers. The triggers are nice and fat now and chunky. I like chunky, fat stuff, and your fingers wrap around the triggers much better. The bumpers at first felt a bit out of place, and I thought I couldn't. If in some parts of the bumpers you can't click it. In Forza 5, I never got to the triggers much, but when I was playing, what do you call it? Call of Duty Ghosts, which I did play later on in the day, the bumpers worked fine. As if that problem was never there. They worked fine. I think they work. I don't know. You'll see when you get them. At first I thought the bumpers are a bit crap, but they're beautiful when you actually play a proper game with them. Never had any problems with them. So the controller itself is more comfortable. It's more hands-on. You have more grip to them. Oh yeah, well, I forgot the biggest thing about it actually. The analog sticks. The analog sticks are easier to move. They're looser, and there's a texture on the analog sticks as well. And the actual analog sticks themselves are smaller. So there's more grip and they're smaller. Yeah. At first I thought, oh my gosh, they're a bit smaller. This could be bad. I've got big hands. A lot of us have big hands. A lot of us are big men and stuff. We have big hands. How are we gonna play it? But you know what? It was a welcome change to the controller. The smallest feels better. It feels more comfortable. Feels more agile. I don't know what's about it, but it's perfect. It's spot on. I think it's lighter as. Oh yeah, another thing. They removed that big bump at the back of for the where you hold the batteries and stuff. So yeah, so they've removed that, so it's a tiny bit lighter. It feels more like a wireless controller now. Sorry, it feels like a wired controller now, but it's actually wireless. So yeah, altogether, the Xbox One has a big change for the has a good change for the Xbox brand. So yeah, I'm really happy with that, and now I'm really even more hyped for playing for getting my Xbox One on the 22nd of November. So to the PS4 now. The first game we played for PS4 was Need for Speed Rivals. You know, it's just another typical racing game. You know it's coming, but yeah. So I hate the PS3 controller. I felt like a piece of crap, but the PS4 is a big improvement over the PS3 controller. Definitely, it's heavier, it's bulkier, analog sticks are fatter, and they're they're much more tighter. So you've got better grip to them as well. Um, Along with the Xbox One, it has a bit of grip. There's a texture like just where you hold the handles only, whereas the Xbox One has the whole of the controller this nice texture, so you feel onto the grip, you feel onto the handles a bit more. Analog sticks I don't really like. The analog sticks are really weird. Think of the analog sticks as a cup, right? But with a dome at the bottom of it. So you felt like you digged into this big cave kind of thing. You pressed into it, and you got like a big dome at the bottom of it. It's really weird. I don't know if you can still play. I'm really debating whether the PS4 will be better for FPS shooters. But time will see. I never played any. Uh, I'd say time will see whether the FPSs are better on the PS4 or the Xbox One. But for what I've seen that the Xbox One does have inferior an inferior controller for that kind of stuff. Racing games felt really good on it. The triggers have greatly improved as well. The triggers on the PS3 felt a bit like you just click them, that was it. But the triggers on the uh, the the PS4 feel more firm, and again, the whole controller itself is like a piece of luxury. It really does. It feels like you bought something from Louis Vuitton or something. They're great. Um, we're trying to think now. Yeah, so the triggers. So in the PS3 for Call of Duty and all other FPSs, you had to use L1 and R1 to aim and shoot down the sights. But I think for the PS4, this is still going to be the same. I was really hoping for it to be the triggers again, but I just don't feel the triggers are right. They really aren't right. It's a type of trigger. They're good for racing games and stuff, but they're just not going to work for FPSs. So I think it's still going to be L1 and R1 as opposed to R2 and L2, which I was hoping for. But you get what you get. The trackpad on the PS4. So I think the two biggest new the big features on the new controllers in comparison are the Xbox One has the rumble triggers and the PS4 have that trackpad. It just looks like a big BlackBerry trackpad. It's it's a gimmick. I'm sorry to say, I was really hoping it would be something new and fresh and intuitive, but something touchpads on, it's a gimmick. None of the games had them, and all the games we played at the Xbox One or the PS4, sorry, never used the trackpad. They just weren't there. So, if it was that good of a device people wanted to use, it would be there. Third-party developers and first-party developers even would be really lashing onto it, but it's not intuitive enough. It's at the top of the controller. So imagine you have a Xbox One controller. I mean, you had to tap the Xbox. So imagine you had an Xbox 360 controller and you had to tap the Xbox guide button a lot. So you have to move your thumb all the way up. Obviously, because you need to press that button like not a lot, it's fine. But for the trackpad, you would have to use it a lot of times, and it really does hurt. You have to like pull your thumb up all the way to the top of the controller. It just doesn't feel right. It's not good enough. It's gonna be a gimmick, and that trackpad is just costing PS4 money. It's gonna be something harder used. But yeah, the PS4 controller is still a very big jump from the PS3, definitely. So overall, it's more comfortable. Analog sticks are much better. The buttons feel much better, and both controllers feel like luxury. That's how they are. So what I think's better for controller at the moment is still gonna be Xbox One. The Xbox One beats it hands down. It feels better. I think it's lighter, and that rumble trigger feature is hard. It's kind of hard to beat. So, but okay, these consoles are supposed to last for 10 years, so we're gonna see how these consoles come down to each other, and we'll see who wins at the end, who wins victorious. But right now, I see that Xbox One as the winner in terms of controllers right now. But the PS4 has a lot of good stuff up its sleeves, but I'll discuss that in later videos, in better videos. I'm gonna do a montage of clips from what I saw at Eurogamer later on, maybe tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow. I'm busy all day tomorrow, so maybe like Sunday or Monday or something. But yeah, it should be. We should have We should see what should be really fun when the consoles drop later next month, the month after next month. But we're basically in October, so basically next month, really. A lot of new games are dropping. So we've got Watch Dogs coming out and Ghosts. I think those are the two main games coming out. With AC4 coming out next month, along with the consoles coming in November. So we've got a really good year for gamers right now, along with GTA 5 coming out, GTA 5 Online coming out on Tuesday. So yeah, definitely a really big game, really big year for gamers. This end of the year, it's gonna be like shitting a lot of money out. I want to spend at least £800 on games and consoles this year. By the end of this year, so yeah, a lot of money being spent and stuff like that. So um, yeah, should be a really good time. I really enjoyed the Eurogamer, but I'll talk more about the Eurogamer in another video. I'll see you guys later.